Hello everybody, my name is Marloe and welcome back to TekTopia. So the sun has just come up, the villagers are entering, or exiting their houses I should say, ready for a days of work. And yeah, all is running rather smoothly in the village. Last episode we set up the school over here, as well as the rancher pens and butcher's building over there. As you can see, I've already got another building set up here, which is actually going to be the library. I'm sure that's what's in the title and thumbnail, so no surprise there really. We'll get to that in a little bit. The other main thing I'd like to do with today's episode is build a kitchen and put a chef in there so he can do something with all the cooked meat we've been getting from the butcher. I don't know what chest it's in. There's a little bit in there and a bit more in here. Yeah, so we've been getting all this. Why is that white text actually? It should be yellow. Oh, that's really weird. Okay, I haven't put this in here myself. There's no reason why I would have. Yeah, I don't know why that's gone to white text. So that doesn't really count as a villager item anymore. The villager items are in yellow text, as you can see. Not really too sure what's going on there. Anyway, but yeah, the chef will be able to help us out with getting some better food for the villagers. But before we do any of that, there's actually one quick thing that I'd like to do. So over here is one of the first things we built in our village aside from the town hall and storage room. This is actually our little farming area where we get all of our potatoes, carrots, beetroots and wheat. And this has been well and good for quite some time, but the village is expanding now and we're getting more citizens, so this really isn't big enough anymore, so we're gonna have to build another one somewhere else because there isn't particularly too much room for expansion over here. So yeah, I'm probably gonna build just another one somewhere else a lot bigger and then possibly just get rid of this one here, and then it'll give us a nice piece of land which we can do something else with that'll probably be a bit more useful. I have just spent the past 30 minutes building this farm over here, only to decide that I don't really like it. I don't particularly like how it looks. It's not as big as I was hoping it would be. Plus, because I've built on a slope, the farmers are like constantly trampling the crops from dropping down a block, so yeah, I think all of this is going to be destroyed. I might leave it for a little bit, just see how it goes, because it's not that bad looking, and you can have as many farms as you want, there's no limit to it. So I might leave it for a little bit and see how it all gets on, but yeah, they just keep trampling the crops all the time. But thankfully I've got something that might be a little bit of a better idea. We'll have to see how it pans out, I guess. So we have had this big open space in the center of our village for quite some time now, and it would be a really awkward place to put some sort of building just because it's right outside the front door of the tavern, the storage room, the town hall, and it would just get right in the way. And I've always sort of said in my head that I'm going to put some sort of centerpiece there, like a fountain, which is what we're doing right now. And I thought, the fountain makes water, a farm needs water to work, so why not just make the two together? So yeah, the centerpiece to our village is the farm, and I actually think it works quite well. I've made it fit quite nicely so it doesn't get too awfully close to the other buildings. It gets a little close to the blacksmith there, but I think it should be okay. But I think all in all it looks quite nice. Plus it's like right outside the storage room, so the farmers should get some good use out of it, hopefully. And there we go, I have now planted all of the crops, and I believe there's a total of 102 per each quarter, which is significantly more than what we had going on over there. There's probably like 102 spaces in total for that one. But yeah, I think I like it. I've probably just got to adjust to having this weird thing in the dead center of our village. But as you can see, they've started using it. There's some untilled soil there and some crops are missing. One thing I'm a little curious of what they're going to do is whether they keep to the same crop in each like space I've sectioned out. I think they should, because I believe it's part of their AI to like plant the same crop down from where they harvested it. So yeah, we should be good. I don't really see why we wouldn't be. I guess we'll have to see how they do once it all starts growing a little bit more. For this episode, we are going to need to hire 2 villagers, a enchanter for the library and a chef for the kitchen. So either way, we're going to have to build another 2-person home at least, because this is the only bed we have remaining. I did grab a heart to hatch a child, shall we say, on the bed, but there's one here, so maybe we'll just use this one, because why not? So yeah, we're going to hire or spawn a child here, and I don't really know what profession I'm going to give it, but maybe we can just do another farmer since we've got a bigger farm now, perhaps. So yeah, let's see whose child this is. Daniel Doyang, I don't really know. You have a bed right there. Okay, thank you. Yeah, I don't know whose last name that is. Not yours. I'm not really sure. I don't particularly know how like it works with the last names and everything and whose child is who. But yes, okay, so we've got you. 9 intelligence, that's not bad. She will now go to school for the next 5 days and then become a nitwit. And yeah, we can give her some sort of profession. I just watched back that clip and I called you Daniela. I'm not really sure how, considering you are a girl. But yeah, I messed that up somehow. So my apologies, Daniela, or Danielle, I guess, whichever you would prefer. Okay, so I figured I'd go ahead and destroy the other 2 farms that we're not going to be using anymore because, well, I have to at some point. They can't just lie around forever. But that leaves us with just this one in the middle here, which is now all fully grown up, aside from the crops they have harvested and not replanted. Damn farmers. But yeah, I just kind of left it to grow for a couple of days and it looks really nice and flourished. I quite like it. So yeah, that's a good job done. But I figured we'd get to the library because these logs have been lying here long enough. Unless I've got anything specific I want to mention, I never really know what to talk about during these time lapses, and today I've got nothing. So instead of just rambling on about some nonsense, I'm just going to be quiet for a little bit and let this one play out, and yeah, I'll be back in about a minute or so. And I'm back, and the library is now done, and I'm going to be honest, I'm not sure whether this building is one of my favourite larger buildings or my least favourite large building. I think it's because it's a bit of an unusual shape, at least in comparison to the usual ones that we have. They're generally just like some sort of rectangle. This one has a bit of variety to it and uniqueness, but I think it's got its own little charm. I quite like it. It tucks in quite nicely over there. And I will show you the interior, but first of all we actually have to go buy the token for it because I haven't done that yet. Let's give this a rotate. Still don't want the necromancer to come just yet. So we need to buy it from you. It's quite an expensive token or structure marker. Don't really know what they're called. Was that it back there? Library, yeah, 54. So quite pricey, but thankfully we have enough. This is all the emeralds I have. 12 left, and I'm about to spend like 5 more. So I'm just going to buy a farmer token here because, yeah, we have that nitwit running around, which I'm going to give that to. But first of all, let's go. Okay, big lag spike. There we go. Let's go place the library token down. And there we go, looking nice and shiny. It's already in place because I managed to mess up my first recording, hence why there is already a villager in here. So basically the purpose of the library is for villagers to level up their intelligence. They will come here and read. The bard is so loud sometimes. They will come here and read books from the bookshelves. And yeah, their bottom stat here, intelligence, will slowly go up, hopefully actually quite quickly, because a lot of the villagers actually have quite low intelligence. So yeah, fingers crossed it works well. But this actually took a lot longer to make than I thought it would, mainly because of how expensive bookshelves are. Getting my hands on that much leather and paper was... Did you just... No, he just got happy. Getting my hands on that much leather and paper was really quite the grind, but I did it eventually. There's like a good stack of bookshelves in here, so yeah, fingers crossed that should be enough. They will actually only read from the bottom level here, the same level as the bottom half of the door, so really all of these above them are completely pointless and simply for show, but I think it looks quite cool that way. We've just got some desks over here. I don't know how loud that is for you, but for me it's incredibly loud, so apologies if you can't even hear what I'm saying. Yes, just some desks, not that they'll sit down in here, I just didn't want to have a big wide open room and wanted to actually put something in here. And the crafting bench and enchanting table over here is actually for the Enchanter, which we're going to get to a little later on in the episode, because right now I don't have enough spaces, like enough beds in the village to get an Enchanter, so yeah, we'll have to come back to that, I think. Hey, you, come back here. I need to give you this before you go to sleep. Okay, there's our nitwit. Yeah, so I'm just giving her the farmer, or her? Yeah, Daniela. Giving her the farmer token because, as you can see, this is all still rather fully grown, so having more farmers, there's nothing that can possibly go wrong with that. Oh, I didn't check her level, actually. Oh, damn, I was meant to show you something with the nitwits, actually. I have to do that in another episode. Already level 10 and 17 intelligence. That's not too bad. My lumberjacks aren't exactly the best at chopping down trees. They like to leave remnants of all the logs from time to time, and other than just getting rid of them myself, I don't exactly know how to get them to stop doing that. It's not just the lumberjacks though that are causing a problem for the village. Our miners and our druid aren't actually doing their jobs of recent times. They just straight up don't visit the mine shaft really anymore, and I have no idea why. So Tavern, our druid, is actually set to just use his earth reform skill, which is what, I'll show you real quick actually, here he is, which is what he uses to replenish the mine shafts, and he just hasn't done that in a long time. See, I've got rid of these two, so he doesn't, try and grow crops or trees. He literally should just replenish the mine shafts. And then the miners don't go down anymore. We only do have 2 or 4 valid mining shafts down there, and there is room for more, so perhaps if we just made some more actual usable mine shafts and then potentially hired some more druids to reform the earth, then our miners actually might go down there a bit more frequently. But yeah, at the moment they just do this, they just sort of walk around and don't do anything, and it's really annoying because it causes this domino effect. Because my blacksmith hasn't made anything in so many days, and then our villagers don't have any tools, and I can't sell as much to the merchant, and it's just this big whole ordeal, and I don't really know how to fix it. So if you got any ideas, please let me know, because I don't really know apart from the one that I just mentioned. I probably won't see it for a couple of episodes because I pre-record quite a lot, but still I would be greatly appreciative of any pointers. Oh, I am now Enya. Hello. Good day. How exactly do you plan to reach me from all the way down there? I'm not quite sure how you're going to do that, but I'm going to snipe your face off. Oh, what a shot. And he's dead. Amazing. So yeah, I've just sort of been stood up here watching the villagers work, and yeah, seeing it all function very well. It makes me happy. I just do this from time to time. But now it is time to build the kitchen, and I'm thinking, since we need another home for the Enchanter, for the library, and the chef, I'm thinking we do something similar to what we did with the blacksmith over here, sort of like a 2-in-1 sort of deal. Maybe not on top, maybe just to the side of it. I haven't designed the building yet for the kitchen, so I'm not really sure how it's going to go, but yeah, sort of just for space efficiency, I think that might be quite a good idea. I've just realised something, guys. Now that we've got the library done and are currently building the kitchen, that will be one of every single structure in our village, at least the main ones. There's still the merchant stall and the guard post, but they aren't necessarily a necessity, so we don't have to have them. So yeah, we've got that done fairly quickly. This is what, episode 7? And we've already got one of every building. That doesn't mean, series over, village done. No, we still can have, multiple buildings. But it probably will mean the episodes in the future change a little bit somehow. I'm not really sure in what way. It will just sort of mean we don't have any new stuff, and some stuff will be repeated, and yeah, I don't really know where we're going to go from here. I'll try and keep the episodes interesting, I hope. But yeah, I just thought that was kind of cool that we've got one of every structure now. And that would also mean one of every villager, right? Once we've got the chef and the enchanter. Oh, this house. This house took quite some time to build. I've mentioned before how I'm a bit of a perfectionist and will try and refine every little detail with a build, and yeah, this building is no exception. there are just several things about it that I kept really disliking. Like these took, it's not a complicated thing, this little like window design here, but this took like a good half an hour to come up with just because I wasn't happy with anything I was doing. Maybe it was just one of those nights that I couldn't come up with anything creatively. Builder's block, you know. So all in all, it's weird, bit of world lag. All in all, this house, building, whatever you want to call it, probably took, I'm kind of ashamed to say, but 3, probably nearing 4 hours. Oop, I've fallen down a hole. Yeah, so, but having said that, I really, really like it, except from the staircase. I really like it, and it's, I know I say it like every time, but it's probably one of my new favorites in the village. But yeah, the only thing I dislike is this staircase at the back. I don't know, anything I did with the staircase just made it look bad. This is probably what most of the 4 hours went into. But I think it's alright, it's not really the best. But we need to go buy a 6-person home. I actually made it so we can fit 6 beds in there, which is cool, and the kitchen. So yeah, let's go grab my emeralds and do that now. Alright, let's just head on inside the town hall here. Good day, fellows. How are you doing? Absolutely nothing, apparently. You're just staring into space as per usual. Okay, so we need the architect here. Now, they're not too expensive, these things. The 6-person home is 36, which isn't too bad, but that's really helpful because we can fit a whole 6 villagers extra in the village. And we need... where's the other one? Kitchen, 32. Yeah, so really not that outrageous compared to at least what some of the other ones are. First up, the kitchen. Now inside it may look fairly snug and cozy, and overcrowding does have a factor in the kitchen, but that's actually okay because the furnaces and the crafting benches count as floor tiles, so there's much more room in here than there looks. There's 17 furnaces, so that should be enough, and we've got 2 crafting benches in case we want to hire 2 chefs in the future, and just some nice little paintings on the wall. Fairly low ceiling, but hopefully they won't mind too much. And then if we just head round the back to our 6-person home, which just about is one, available to be a 6-person home. So a 6-person home needs 72 floor spaces. In here we have 73. So it's 11 by 7, so that's 77 minus the 4 fence posts in the corner, which gives us 73. So yeah, this just about is a 6-person home. But I was really happy that it actually was able to be one because I seem to be always running out of bed space for new villagers, so having 4 new ones once we get the chef and the enchanter is really helpful. So yeah, obviously there's not too much going on here because of the floor room or limited floor space, but I actually really kind of like these bookshelves in the wall with the white terracotta. I'm not really sure why, but I just kind of really love it in a weird kind of way. Now, unfortunately, I don't actually have enough emeralds at the moment to buy both the chef at 12 emeralds as well as the very expensive enchanter at 27. I think that's the most expensive profession alongside the bard. I've only got 24, which is a sad amount at the moment, so yeah, I will return to you in a couple of days once we've done some training with the merchant and racked up a few more emeralds. Something we can actually do whilst we wait for the merchant to show up is actually spawn 2 more children because... yeah, we're going to need them for the chef and the enchanter. So who have we got here? Zach, and could you guys just sort of spread a little bit? And Hannah, so 3 intelligence, and come back! 9, that's actually pretty good. So yeah, they'll go to school for the next 5 days, and hopefully by the time they've grown up, we should have enough emeralds to actually, yeah, give them a profession. I don't know where they're going. Probably to the storage room, and then they should go up to the beds over there. Yep, they made it. Looking... creepy as ever. Now, I know you can get a better log trade than this. It will actually go up to 4 emeralds, but luckily you can actually sell up to 5 stacks of logs, which will give us the exact amount needed to buy both of the things. At least I think so. What was it? 12 and 27? Haha, perfect. Yeah, I know I could have just waited a couple of days and it would have gone up to 4 and I would have got an extra 5 emeralds, but I'm impatient, you see. Hello there, tradesman. I have come here to purchase some things off of you. The chef icon, there we go. So this is actually a couple of days, or not even a couple of days, it's like the same day as when we just gave birth to those children. I spawned those children. I still don't really know what to call it. So, unfortunately, we're still gonna have to wait about 3 or 4 more days for them to grow up before we can, yeah, get our chef and enchanter. But yeah, I don't mind waiting for that. That's fine by me. I think they're in school, learning away, doing good things. I should hope. One of them is. Where's the other one? I'm getting a bit worried. I'm gonna have to start nailing up some missing child posters soon enough. Did I just hear a door open? He might have just gone in. Hang on. Did he just walk out? Are we having like a Benny? There we go. Hello, I found you. Have you been going to school? I don't think he has he? I think I've figured out what's wrong with our miners and druid. I think. Maybe. I'm not too sure. So as you can see, they're kind of just doing their usual thing of walking around doing nothing. The other one's over there. And who even knows where the druid is. But if I just hop into game mode 3, that's spectator mode, fly down to the mines. I think these are the 4 that are active at the moment. Yep, so you can see they're all active. So I've just, got beside them. Let's fly up real quick and go into, if I can be quick about this, game mode 0, that's survival mode. You can see they're making their way over, as if to go down the mine. Where is Tavern? I honestly have no idea. But yeah, so as you can see, they're now going down the mine. I don't know. The only thing I can think is it's just like too far down that it's somehow not being loaded in. So pretty much what I've been doing at the start of every single day is like running down the mine shaft, 2 or 3 staircases, so that I get within like a certain distance and then they just go down. So I don't know if like I've figured out what the problem is, but I don't know how to fix it. So yeah, once again, if you guys got any helpful ideas for me, then please yeah, let me know. Turns out Tavern was in the mine, but I think he's actually like about to begin starving. So once again, he has ran out of food whilst being in the mine shaft, and he's now running up rather quickly to get some more. So yeah, I think it should be good because he's at the top now, right? Yeah, okay. So it's working, but I think the issue is that it's just too far down, but we kind of need to go far down for diamonds. So I don't really know. It's a little bit of a catch-22. I'm a bit confused on what I should be doing with that. A couple of days have passed, and as you can see, our children have now grown up into nitwits. And I can now show you what I wanted to show you earlier, but I'm beginning to think I was wrong. So I always used to think that this icon that was in the top left corner of the nitwit interface was the profession they were best at. But I'm beginning to think I was wrong because it always seems to be a pickaxe. So maybe that's just the nitwits icon. However, when they were both children, Hannah over there and I've forgotten the other guy's name, he's grown up too. When they were children, they had a cake in the top left hand corner. So I think maybe we make them both a chef. I've managed to get a few more emeralds, so we could actually make them both chefs, and they've grown up together, they're good pals, now they can start their own cake business. I don't know, so I think maybe we actually do that, and then I'll just spawn another child and wait 5 more days and yeah, make him the enchanter perhaps. I just kind of want to make them both the chef because they've grown up together. I don't know, it's just a silly little thing. Silly or not, I don't care, I want to do it, so we're going to go ahead and spend all of our emeralds, and we are now left with 1 measly emerald. Oh, that makes me so sad. It's getting somehow more difficult to actually get emeralds. I'm not really sure why. Maybe it's just because perhaps our miners aren't doing their job. I'm just resorting everything back to the miners' fault. Okay, anyway, so you are a chef. Hold still, please. There we go. Level 9, that's not bad. Now let's go find the other guy. There he is. I just saw his head creeping over the hill. Come back here. I've honestly forgotten your name. Zach, that was it. There we go. What level are you? Level 10. Okay, so that's actually quite good. He's got better intelligence. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so now we've got 2 chefs. Now I have to spawn a child and do a bunch more waiting. This nitwit is actually quite something special. As you saw, he had 24 intelligence when I first spawned him as a child, and over his 5 days at school he has gone up to 37, which is the highest we've ever had, like, to start off with, but I'm pretty sure that's higher than, like, most of the villagers have at the moment, so hopefully this guy should turn into something quite spectacular. So we're going to give him the enchanting token if he will stand still. He's also got quite the name. How do you say that? Grafero Umbermore. What a wonderful name. That's got to be the best name in the village, I think, so far. So he's looking all scraggly with a long beard. We will get to him in a little bit. I'm going to go let him get set up and started. But whilst he does that, I figured I'd let you know sort of what the chefs do, because I kind of forgot to do that. So the purpose of the chef is basically to make better food for everybody in the village, and they'll get a happiness boost from eating the better food, and it will just restore more hunger. So he can make a lot of food, actually. If we just, I mean, look at his inventory, he's got a load of stuff. But he can cook... Oh, the bard again. Well, hello! I didn't realise you would be right there. You trying to make me happy with your song? It's not working. It's very loud and obnoxious. Oh, now I have to run after him and find him again. Actually, I won't even bother. He can like cook the food that the butcher gets from the killing the animals, which is really helpful because we have a ton of that because the butcher's doing a wonderful job. He will also bake bread. What else can you do? Please stop. Beetroot soup, which will give a good use of beetroot. Cake, cookie, golden apple, which probably wouldn't happen that frequently, golden carrot, pumpkin pie. He can do a lot basically, and the two chefs have actually been doing really good. We've got a load of food now. Have anyone picked it up? Yep, see, this guy's got cooked mutton. You don't have anything special, but yeah, the chefs are actually doing really well. I think hiring two is actually quite a good decision because they seem to be working rather fast. Back over in the library, we have a ton of villagers reading books, gaining intelligence, and we also have Grafero Umbermore, our enchanter. Still can't get over that name, it's so good to say. So this guy right here actually has two things that he will do. One of them he's doing right now, crafting sugarcane into paper, which he's been doing basically non-stop because I have a lot of sugarcane stacked up in the storage room. So I think he's trying to like get through all of that first before he does his main thing, which is what you'd expect an enchanter to do. Enchanting. He will enchant all sorts of... I just heard a pig being killed in the background. He will enchant all sorts of tools and weapons and armor and everything, as well as books. Which, as I said, he hasn't got to yet, but he will rejoin us in a second and I'll show you his inventory. He's already got some stuff set up for that, but I did also forget to say the paper that he crafts up from the sugarcane and puts in the storage room, the teacher will actually use to craft name tags. I'm not really sure what use they have. I assume the main one is just to sell to the merchant, which, yeah, probably goes for quite a bit actually. He has just walked off, but luckily I managed to click on him in time. As you can see, he's got a diamond sword, an axe, and some leather boots with some lapis, so he's ready to enchant when he eventually stops crafting paper and actually uses this enchanting table, but we will just have to check up with him next episode because I've just added up how long this episode is, and once again, it's gone a bit further over than what I planned it to be, so my apologies once again, but really quickly, there is just one last thing I'd like to get to in this episode. So in episode 5, where we built the barracks that you can see behind me here, I also asked you guys for some name suggestions of the village, and boy did I get some. I really thought I was gonna get like 2, but no, I got a fair few, so thank you for all of them. I'm going to read them out now and then I'll tell you which one I've decided to use. So the first one is from Kermit the Other Frog, who suggests Marland, Marlidge, or Martown. Very name-centered, I like them. Joey Gaming says Mountainside Valley or Valley Mountain. Both of them have got a really nice feel to it. Albany, my good friend, says something with walrus in it would be awesome. Albany, I cannot think of a name with seal in it, so you're probably going to have to help me out with that one. Cool Time suggests New Marloe, another one with my name in it. Nice, I like it. XD Paolo says with the banner, I would name the village Sunrise Range, Daylight Cliff, or Marloe Turf. All three of those are great, especially Sunrise Range. I really like that one, and yeah, I like the ones that kind of coincide well with the banner and almost look like it in word form, if that makes sense. Janet Connolly suggests Sunrise Valley, Mountain View, or Mount Marlowe Heights. I love all three of those. Pokesaurus529 suggests Everside Town. I like that one as well. Dank Meme Necromancer, great name, suggests Stardew Village, which is also a great name. Hail Godbug says, for the town name, how about Mecklen's Vale? It would name the valley after your first villager. That is a really smart idea, actually. I quite like that one. Ethan Zweerink suggests Mountain Haven, very nice. And another one of my good friends, Jimbo Slice 23, suggests Sunset Heights. Now that is all of them, so which one am I going to pick? I am actually going to choose Mecklen's Vale, Hail Godbug suggestion. As soon as I saw this, I just thought it was such a good idea naming the town after Mecklen, so he now has an axe and the entire village named after him, so he obviously must be quite the special villager. But yeah, thank you guys for all your suggestions. It was super helpful having this wide selection to pick a name from because I kind of suck at naming things, so yeah, I could have picked any of them and truly been happy with calling them that, so they were much better names than anything I could have came up with, so yeah, thank you. I really appreciate all the comments. If you didn't see your suggestion on the screen or I didn't read out or anything, chances are you probably left a comment after I recorded this. So sorry about that, but nonetheless, thank you for your suggestion. I'm sure it was a great name. But yeah, we are going to have to end off the episode here because I'm fairly certain I breached a 30-minute mark, and I try and keep it under 30 minutes most of the time. And nearer 20 usually, but never seems to work with this series apparently. But yes, thank you guys ever so much for watching this episode. I have no idea what we're doing next time. It's going to be a surprise for both of us, I think. But yes, thank you for watching. Thank you for the continued support on this series. I really do appreciate it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.